On December the 30th, 1922, at Moscow's Bolshoi Theatre, the Soviet Union was born. For Lenin, the new multinational state was meant to balance Communist Party rule with a desire for independence from former Tsarist republics like Ukraine. They promised liberation from centralization as well as socialism, but they broke that promise. In Ukraine, the parliament was dissolved. A Ukrainian Soviet was declared in Kharkiv instead. Moscow's control grew tighter under Stalin, who brought purges, famine, and millions of deaths. Fast forward 100 years, and under a new leader, Russia is once again trying to suppress Ukraine's independence. Today's Kharkiv has the scars to prove it.
Just as the dictator Stalin could not imagine the Soviet Union without Ukraine, his modern counterpart in the Kremlin also cannot imagine Russia without Ukraine. And the war against Ukraine is perhaps a symbolic step that on the 100th anniversary of the creation of the Soviet Union, Ukraine might have been conquered again by the Russians.
Vladimir Putin is seen by many as a product of the Soviet Union. A career KGB officer before entering politics, he saw its end as a trauma.
Collapse of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the century, and it became a real drama for the Russian people.
Putin has never believed in Ukraine's right to full self-determination. He says his so-called special military operation is designed only to return to Russia what already belongs to it. A view shared by those consumed with Soviet nostalgia. Created 100 years ago, the Soviet Union dissolved almost 69 years later. An experiment that promised socialist nirvana, but delivered authoritarian domination. Not everyone was sad to see it go. Simon McGregor Wood, TRT World.